Hello everybody, and welcome back to KotOR2 with me, Varix, and Ayana. I have taken a little break from recording, but I am back, as you can see. I've recently said in other videos that when I finish Saints Row, I would start uploading this on Sundays or Saturdays, can't remember which, but I've decided to scrap that because it doesn't make any sense. We'll just continue uploading this on Tuesdays and Thursdays as normal in half-hour batches. So, just so you know about that. But yeah, everybody, I am back. Good to see you. Had to take a little break. Clean my head a bit, come back to this a bit fresher, and indeed, here we are. So we have just cleared out Korriban, and yeah, met this Pain dude. What was his name? Darth Bane? I can't remember. Maybe it's on here. Maybe it's on here. No, yeah, can't do that. Can't do that, no. Okay, so unless it's active quests trapped. Darth Sion, sorry. Don't know where I got Bane from. Anyway, so let's go back into the ship and head, more than likely, towards seeing the Jedi that we've collected. Gotta catch them all. And, okay. I've seen more interesting conversations before. You guys
At last you understand, tiny Jedi.
You? Who are you?
Oh.
What are you doing on this
Enough. What did you see in the web of worlds that have died? What did you see when you saw it through the Force?
I see the death of the galaxy. Of life. At first, I thought it was just conquest. But it's more terrible than that. It's an echo, spreading outwards, killing everything. It's not possible.
You are a wasted pawn of the Republic, young one. You could have been so much more, even with your wide-eyed innocence, your naive love for others. Now you understand the magnitude of what is being done.
I know you. Not even the markings of the dark side can hide it. Why have you done this?
I? Do you think I seek the death of all living things? There is no victory in such things. I do not want to win our war like this, little Jedi. When I win, I wish it to be because I was right, my teachings true.
How long have you been here? Among us?
You know the truth. I have always been here, watching and listening to the echo you have found. You know its source and what must be done.
I will not let you hurt her.
Little Jedi, you cannot stop me. But you will forget this. Your mind is worse than the others, so open, so trusting. Your feelings for her are your weakness. Yet I will gift you with this. You will remember what you have discovered when the time is correct. Know that you have seen what formerly only I knew. Now we shall see if you have the strength to stop what comes.
Wow, okay. Alright, okay. Gonna be pretty difficult for me to differentiate myself from that. Pretty major thing. Pretty major. If there was stuff I was gonna do back at the ship, forgotten. You know, chatting to people and such, I don't think there is. I mean, can I work with you?
Yeah, something wrong?
Well, I don't know. Like, talk? Again?
Talk. About what?
Oh, boys.
Sure, very easy. That's why.
Okay, we've seen like, well, you don't dress like that anymore. Okay.
It's simple. Then
So, right.
shoot. Look, before we get into it.
Nah, you see, so we haven't gained influence. I brought her with me, but I still haven't gained influence on her. So fine. Frickin' fine. How are you doing?
Something up?
Well, questions?
Alright, what did you want to know?
Like... Mandalorian Wars?
It's another story, and it's...
Yeah, I figured. I don't know why I checked that, because it's pretty obvious. So, we're off to... Where the hell is it? Here we go. I hope. We tried this before and it didn't work. Right. I think I'm going to bring along Disciple and Kreia. They seem the most connected with things going on.
Yes?
You leveled up, Kreia. Congrats. Have some more skills in awareness and stealth. It's fine. Do not worry. And let's make you even more powerful. Oh, prestige class should have that. Alright, so what should we... this, I guess, I suppose. You know, because we got that, so... You're not having lightning. That's copyrighted to my character. Although I think Possess has it. Never mind. Right then, so... Hopefully this time... Now, we'll actually get somewhere. Which is the quickest way? This way, probably. I would chat with people here, but I don't think they'll really have anything new to say, even though, you know, time is obviously passed. It's kind of difficult to tell how much passes within Star Wars, though, isn't it? Because of the whole warp drive thing. Just as a sort of general observation, it's kind of difficult to tell about the passage of time, because people seem to arrive... You could say it's instantly, but then again, it could be a couple of days, a couple of weeks. It's, you know, it's kind of obscure, but I think it's designed that way, really. I guess if you delved into it, because the Star Wars universe is massive and really well thought out and such, and so it'll be there, obviously. But I think it gives the film makers, obviously game makers, a little bit of leeway to you know, about the scope of the, you know, at least time of things. But I'm fully aware of the... Oh! Hello. Depth of the Star Wars universe. It's pretty damn impressive with... Really. How it started out. Well then. This is new, isn't it?
Out of my way. I am Colonel Tobin of the Underon Lord, I bring news of the Jedi, a place where you may feed. Tilos, Master. There is an academy of Jedi on Tilos, perhaps hundreds of them. Enough to sustain you, and enough for you to free Onderon. Enough for you to free Onderon.
Oh. Shouldn't let that slip, should we?
It is different. It has been some time.
Huh. Isn't this where her flashback was? It looks familiar. I don't know, just the way the camera zoomed
Forgive
around.
me, but I need to rest. Go on. The council awaits.
Man, probably
I
not.
will remain here.
I don't know. You're afraid?
Yes. Afraid for you. As I always have been. I will be fine here. Whatever answers the council have are for you. Alone.
Something wrong?
I am tired. The journey has been a long one, and I need to center myself.
Fair enough.
Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point. And now, perhaps, they shall see what you have become.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
I've come to kill you all. That would be quite a twist. If I could get away with that, if I could get away with that from a storytelling perspective, and I'm sure you could if you sort of like you knew a little bit more about the game and how it was played and such. But her primary reason to gather the Jedi was to gather info and allies against the Sith, who were trying to kill her, and she didn't want to die. So that's pretty much why she's gathered them here. That's why she sought them out in the first place. That was her aim, to gather allies. She might not like them, but maybe she needs them, because the Sith are obviously this force that, well, she needs help against. But I'm going to get to business. Why did you cast me out of the Order?
We cast you out of the Order because you followed Revan to war. There was no other reason.
No, there was another. You had become different somehow, changed. The war had changed you.
You were no longer a Jedi, but we could not tell you why. Some explanations mean nothing unless the one who suffers comes to the answer on their own. What had happened to you was punishment enough, and the Jedi do not kill their prisoners.
And if you had stayed, you would have changed us, and that we could not allow.
How do you mean, changed you?
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
What about them? Could you just give me a straight answer?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here. A disturbance in the Force.
Uh-oh.
They follow you, without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
I think she's left that behind. I'm not a general any longer.
Perhaps not, but it is not that to which I am referring. Surely you are familiar with Force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force-sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
I mean, I think she's going to be pretty skeptical about this. You know, yeah, I think she is. Maybe not, I don't believe any of it, because obviously the Force bond with Kreia is a definite real thing, but the others, you know, they've all got a reason to be there. So yeah, I don't believe any of this.
This bond, it travels both ways. When you feel pain or strong emotion, it resonates within you.
And that is why the Mandalorian wars echo within you still.
You tell me you weren't responsible for my loss. So is this the Malachor? What do you mean? What do you mean?
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian Wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you. And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
Whoa. But that makes no sense. I can feel the Force again. My connection with the Force is even stronger than before, I'm going to say, maybe.
Yes. You can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force, and the death of the Jedi.
Ooh. What a... Okay, wow, yeah, well that explains a whole lot, doesn't it, about why she was cut off and everything. Well, she didn't, she cut herself off to survive the death of 100,000 souls, essentially. This is all just saying I'm stronger, really, isn't it? So
you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger, and the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
You know what the choice is. If you don't warn them, then the Republic will fall. All those countless lives, innocent lives.
Or the one.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain.
And so you wait, as a shadow.
Yes, we are alike that way, blinded one.
I would have thought you would walk with her amongst the Jedi. But that is not the way of the Sith, is it?
Do not speak to me of the ways of the Sith. You, of all of us, have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
She's very still. Okay, well... the first one who touches me dies.
This must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough!
Christ, she's badass.
Step away from her.
What?
Step away! She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the Exile. We sought to clear the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers? I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, KotOR, so close to the call of Daxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars? Of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you. You, who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the Exile. It is done. She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
What are we gonna do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're gonna lose their lives.
If I lose her, it will be my failing. It is the failing of the Jedi who followed Revan. It is a failing of their teaching.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring her before you, but I will not let you have her. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General, but now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy, I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
Get a new light side. Force power, force enlightenment. Journal entry. Yeah, I should think so. Alright, well, first things first. First thing is first. Okay, the force enlightenment. First time I think I've ever looked at this. Oh, there we go. Light side power. This power allows Jedi to use the light side of the Force to enhance the Jedi's powers. The best of the Jedi's speed, armor, and valor powers are instantly activated at reduced cost. This power is useful to become ready for difficult battles. You met the Jedi Masters and learned why they exiled you. After they threatened to strip your connection to the Force from you, Kreia entered and cast them down. By the time you recovered, she was gone to Tilos, to Atris. So is that other dude. Well, that was a whole lot of stuff that just happened there that was just explained. This master is dead, drained of life. His body is worth and lifeless, like an absence in the Force. All of them? So yeah, major point in the game that. Wow, we found them all, just had them struck down by Kreia, who will not let them harm me. But partially because, well, mostly actually, I think possibly because that, you know, that would indeed harm her. Although she, well, I suppose not blocking me off the Force, because they weren't going to kill me. They were going to block me off the Force, but that may well have happened to her as well. But okay. I'm gonna go. We'll resume this very shortly. Well, you know, in a couple days. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, next time more of this, more of KotOR. Hope you're enjoying. I certainly am, and I shall see you next time. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Toodaloo.